Today, sir, for this video, I will be discussing my CO2 assessment. I am Jem Nicole Manalo from BSMT Betelgeuse. So, we have our task 1. We have seafarers without designated security duties. The competence required is to contribute to the enhancement of maritime security through heightened awareness. So, the knowledge, understanding, proficiency required is we have basic knowledge of maritime security terms and definition, including elements that may lead to piracy and armed robbery. We have basic knowledge of international maritime security policies and responsibility of government, companies, and person. We have basic knowledge of maritime security levels and impact of security measure and procedure aboard ship and facilities. We have basic knowledge of security reporting procedure, basic knowledge of security related contingency. So, number 2, we have recognition of security threats. We have basic knowledge of techniques used for enhanced security measure, basic knowledge adding recognition of potential security threats, including elements that any relate to piracy and armed robbery. We have basic knowledge recognition of weapons, dangerous substance, and devices. We have basic knowledge in handling international security related communication. We have understanding of the need and method of maintaining security awareness and obstacle assistance. We have basic knowledge of training, drills, and exercise required under relevant convention, code, and IMO, including those relevant for anti-piracy and anti-armed robbery. So, we have our task 2, the seafarers with designated security duties. So, for our competence required, we have maintain conditions set up in ship security plan. So, for our knowledge, understanding, frequency required, we have working knowledge of maritime security terms and definition, including the elements that may be related to piracy, armed robbery. We have knowledge of international maritime security policies and responsibilities of government, companies, and person, including working knowledge of elements that may be related to piracy and armed robbery. So we have knowledge on maritime security levels under impact on security measure and procedure aboard ship and in port facilities. We have knowledge of procedure and requirements for drill and exercise under relevant convention, codes, and IMO circular, including working knowledge of those that may related to piracy and armed robbery. We have knowledge of procedure for conducting an inspection and survey and for the control of monitoring securities and activities specified in the ship security plan. We have knowledge of security reporting procedures. We have knowledge of security related contingency plans and procedure for responding to security threats, maintaining critical operation of the ship or port interface, and including also working knowledge of those that may be related to piracy and armed robbery. We have knowledge of technique used to enhance security measure, including those that may be related to piracy and armed robbery. So for our number 2, we have recognition of risks and threats. We have knowledge of security documentation, including the Declaration of Security. We have knowledge of techniques used to circumvent security measure, including those used by pirates and armed robbers. We have knowledge enabling recognition of potential security threats. We have knowledge enabling recognition of weapons, dangerous substances and devices, and awareness of the damage they can cause. We have knowledge of crowd management and control techniques where appropriate, knowledge in handling security related information and security related communication. We have knowledge of the methods for physical searches and non-intrusive inspection. We have our number 3, the undertake regular security inspection of the ship. We have knowledge of techniques for monitoring restricted areas, knowledge of controlling access to the ship and to restricted areas on board ship. We have knowledge of method for effective monitoring of deck areas and areas surrounding the ship. We have knowledge of inspection method relating to the cargo and ship store. We have knowledge of method for controlling the embarkation and access while on board of person and their effects. We have number 4, the proper usage of security equipment and system, if any. We have general knowledge of various type of security equipment and system, including those that could be used in case of attacks by pirates and armed robberies, including their limitation. We have knowledge of the need for testing, calculating, and maintaining security system and equipment, particularly waste and sea at the sea. That's all, sir.